intersection of time, space, reality, and fiction floats the yellow eye. Always watching, never blinking. His gaze has witnessed all that has happened before and knows what is yet to come. Countless stories of hope, hate, heroics, and heartbreak. It has no mouth by which to speak these lessons, so it calls upon its head clearer to tell these stories by word and by deed. Heed the yellow eye's lessons as it gazes upon its servant, just as the eyeball gazes upon you. Our story has already begun.
Hello, my children. Welcome in. My name is the Alynn, the Alynn, but today I'm the Dungeon Master, and we're going to Dungeon Master today. Also, thank you very much, Noel, for all the love. I appreciate you. Welcome in. My Dungeon Master outfit is a little wonky today. We're not going to waste too much time. We started late because there was a lot of technical difficulties. Every one of the technical difficulties happened essentially the way that you would expect it to. All right, hold on. I gotta. I'm double checking, triple checking the things. We're good to go. Okie dokie. Let's jump into the dooley bop. You know what I'm talking about. No, you probably don't, but you should. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna get started, I think. Let's go introduce our characters. You know, those folks.
Beer.
Yeah, see those guys right here.
Hi.
We're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump in and say hello to these beautiful humans. Give or take.
Oh, come on. Killing me.
As always, we got Nessa the Bard. We got Nate down there, the Warlock. We have Seobald the Changeling, but he looks like a dwarf. Rogue. We've got Mel, the Dwarven Cleric, and then down in the corner, we have Wilvane Saverly of the of the gnome variety. There's gnome place like home as the face removal variety of gnome.
And technically we're difficulties.
Yes, and just all sorts of bad things happened all together before everything started, but everything's okay now ish. So it's fine. And so with that, what we're gonna do, where we left off, you all had about 3 weeks since you essentially took over a ship of a bunch of smugglers, found a bunch of treasure, you found a map, and you found some lizard folk. And those lizard folk, one was killed, the other two ran away. And, well, I guess swam away is actually what they ended up doing, since they jumped off the ship and escaped. So, after searching the ship, you did discover that they were indeed smuggling a large amount of weapons. And because of these weapons were supposed to be sold to the lizard folk, this has kind of put the Council of Saltmarsh on a bit of a oh shit moment, as it were. And so they've asked you to go and find out what's up with that. What is going on with that? Is this going to be is this a threat? Or is it not a threat? What is going on? So you agreed, and after a couple of weeks of essentially rest and recuperation, you are again ready to set out. So it's the day before you all plan on leaving. Do you have any plans on the day before? Anything at all?
Usual nonsense and muckery in the bar.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, kiss my lady goodbye and get on with my way.
Okay.
Cry a little bit.
Cry a little bit. Perfect. Yep, that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Perfect. All right, so after the crying and sobbing and drinking and kissing, which sounds like a regular night of being married, to be honest with you.
Alan. Did I manage to get my spells copied into the books?
Yeah, I thought we talked about that last week or the other week,
I can't
whatever
remember.
week it was.
Did we?
You had
It's been
time.
a long time.
Yeah, you had time to do them all. You just had to pay all your money.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally threw money at you for that one last time.
What about the Facebook?
It literally is a Facebook.
That's where we're going.
It was still in process. Timmy has been hard at work, and he apparently is really proud of it, or at least is being very secretive about it. He has been not allowing you necessarily to see it yet because he thinks it's bad luck for you to see it before it's done.
Pay this guy a lot. Okay.
You did.
I'm gonna have to remove Timmy's face. Is that what's gonna happen?
Who knows?
Well, I thought that was
probably
going to happen
will
anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
knowing this crew, yeah, eventually everyone's face belongs to Will Vane.
I just got that it was a Facebook, so I'm a little late. Didn't get the reference till
Yeah.
just now.
Well, when he said it, I'm like, oh yeah, it is a Facebook. That makes too
Total
much
sense.
too much sense. Okay, so so that day, the day before, you should have all of your slots and everything back as a long rest has occurred. I'll double triple check to make sure that that's happened for your end. And boom, long rest for everybody. All right, so I gotta turn that one off. Anyway,
One last thing. I did try and do some research on whoever we're going to go see.
okay,
The
give me an investigation
Can't
check.
okay.
And how and where were you doing this research?
I was going to the library in town to look up whatever they're.
You're talking about all the books that the town. What is his stupid name? My name just stopped. Erlander.
He's on the map. Yeah.
Yeah. Erlander's place. Yes. He does allow you to go ahead and peruse. So, investigation check.
History check?
Yeah, if you want to do that, but you're more investigating. So, little column A, little column B. The fact that you're trying to read books about it's more investigation.
It's the same role.
That's true. So, the Hool marches have been known to have lizard folk living in it and around it. Any place near the ocean or near swampy areas knows about lizard folk. However, there's never been open hostility between any lizard folk throughout the ages. surprisingly enough, being that, it's only 4 or 5 miles from the Hool Marches to Saltmarsh, that, they never bothered to cover that, 5 or 6 miles or whatever it is across open terrain to go to it, or swimming around to it. They just haven't seemed to care. And as far as some of what you've discovered, it's more of a transient type of behavior where they're there for a while, then they leave. There's not really been too many large colonies or anything like that set up that people know about.
Did we find the name of any sort of leadership or
No.
structure?
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that. I mean, so nothing specific. However, generally speaking, there's usually a royalty, quote unquote, royalty type leader, and there's also religious leaders within the society of lizard folk. And generally speaking, while the queen or the leader of the group has absolute power, as far as when it comes to religion and the ways in which they go about worship and things like that, are all on the shaman side of things. So while the queen is overall in charge, when it comes to the religious sides of things, the shamans have their own type of hierarchy. However, they still need to defer to the queen.
Has anybody ever skinned one of these things and cured it for purposes?
Reason.
Lizard folk skin shoes or anything like that?
Give me another investigation check,
Okay.
since that's a different topic. That's in a weird part of the library. That's the part you're not allowed to go to in Hogwarts. All right. So you find a book just on generalized skinning and tanning, and while it doesn't mention lizards folk specifically, it does have several ways in which one can cure things such as alligators, crocodiles, boa constrictors, any other kind of large reptile. So you could infer possibly using the same methods will work for lizard folk.
Yeah, you'll study that one.
He's going to study that one? All
Spend
right.
a couple of days on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wolverine
don't
is
have
a
anything else.
sick bastard. All right. All right.
I've already got one lizard face. So
I know.
I'm just...
I know. I love it because when I was going through stuff, you're freaking. It says 28 faces. One is a lizard. It makes me laugh every time I read it.
Oh Lord.
So
the consequences.
Yeah, right.
all right. So how are you guys going to proceed? It's the day of that you planned on heading out. It's first light.
And this was a relatively straight, and we were walking, no horses, no cart, no nothing, or were we trying to take a boat?
I think you said we couldn't get horses through like swampy areas. or something.
It's been a moment. Just trying to remember.
Yeah, horses were no good for transversing the marshes.
The whole Artax situation.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but yeah. Artax, no.
Can we ride a lizard? Like, is that?
I mean,
I mean-
if you're into that sort of thing.
Okay, so do we do that bardways or?
We are gonna go see some lizard folk, so
Oh God. Hey, I have no qualms with that. Be who you are.
You are the bard. But no, I mean the town doesn't have any lizards for riding.
So we'll probably get our breakfast in here with, I don't know if Matilda was here making us a good breakfast or not. Like pulling stuff
right.
from.
She was indeed, yeah. Matilda, yeah. So Matilda's been. She's mostly quiet. She generally does not speak unless spoken to. Very, very timid girl. Very timid girl. But generally does her work without complaint. At least as far as you can tell. She never goes into any of your rooms individually, so she doesn't know how you all live. However, you know, she does clean up the main areas and stuff like that. And she's gone nowhere near the privy. At all. So
I noticed.
Don't blame her there.
yeah.
Right.
That's why I took the farthest room from the privy.
But yeah, so you definitely have a hearty meal, some stewed barley, some eggs, and some ham that's been fried up, and some of the darkest coffee you've ever seen in your life, and very, very bitter. But you're definitely very awake now.
So we run to the place, is what I'm
we're
hearing.
just
We're not walking.
sprinting the whole way.
I am awake.
Jitters, ho! Yeah.
So how do you all plan on doing things? What are you doing? How you doing it?
I move that we just beeline walking and just there's nothing in the way, or it seems reasonable walking into this marsh straight. I move that we just walk into this bit straight.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean if you have your maps up, I can kind of give you a
Unidentified map / image.
Saltmarsh 1 mile map. You should have it. But essentially, the location in which you are attempting to go is nearly kind of a straight line based upon where you know the location of this area. So, where's my pointer? Here you are. Oop, draw arrow. So the straight line, and don't worry about the feet mark that's going to show up. The straight line would kind of walk you straight across this small little peninsula area and then across into the marshes. And then once you get here, you would have to probably look for some sort of fording area or something to get across the river, since what you are looking for is somewhere around in that area.
So why can't we just take a boat all the way
These are
around?
not the lizards you're looking for.
Somewhere around in that area.
So if it's maybe, why do we have to go on land? Why can't we just go around the water in a boat?
I asked if you asked the council for anything, and nobody said anything. So now it's the day of. Are you going to ask for a boat now?
Let's do it.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay. So it does take a little while. You waste part of the morning getting the group together, all of our people. Erlander is there, and Ida is also there. Gellin could not make it due to some very important business he had to take care of, and Anders is not there either. So,
I don't know if
That's
any of you all were
disappointing.
around for the last boat trip, but it wasn't the most grand adventure. I'm not sure it's the best idea.
And Mel does have that whole thing about not wanting to drown to death.
We could
You
hug
just
the
stay,
shoreline.
yeah, hug the shoreline. It's better than trying to get trapped in a marsh.
Are you bringing this up in front of this, or is this like before you go in front of the council conversation?
Pre-council.
Pre-council conversation? Okay.
Well, we need to make a good point to the council, so I think this is a good conversation to be having. Like, we don't want to get trapped before we have to fight. We would like to get there.
My whole thing is, if we're going to be dealing with the lizard folks who are more acclimated to water than, say, my heavy metal dwarven ass is, I would rather get caught up on the land, even if it is marshy, than being stuck on a boat and potentially being thrown overboard and sinking and drowning.
Well, again, if we hug the shoreline, that's one thing, but your heavy ass, quote unquote, is going to sink into the marsh if you want to step through it.
And I think I would rather go the way of a poor horse than drowning. It was too near that one recently. I don't know. It's up to you, but I'm going to complain the whole time if we do take this boat. Just to be clear.
You'll complain the whole time either way, so I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, less fervently on land then.
Alright, I want to go to the council to take this vote.
Okay. Alright, so if you got 3 of the main members there, it looks like you got some folks that are out doing business stuff this morning and not able to make this particular council meeting since it's kind of impromptu. All right, so what did you call this meeting? Why are we here? And this is Erlander, in his normal gruff, always seems like he's pissed off demeanor.
Well, we need a boat to get to
Because
our
he is always
destination.
pissed off at us.
That's true, he is. We need a boat to get to our destination. We only just realized that it would be one of the best things because we don't want to get trapped on the way there and therefore not complete our mission at all.
Seems that we would want this to be an expeditious matter rather than something that takes several days. To get an answer to this lizard folk situation, I think it would behoove the town of Saltmarsh and our crew if we could muster up a vessel. It doesn't need to be anything fancy.
So, as soon as you kind of finish your sentence, Ida just starts laughing and laughing and laughing. Erlander, you owe me 5 gold coins. I knew they was gonna need something. I knews it. And she just starts laughing, and he kind of gruffly reaches his hand into a pouch on his hip, takes out 5 gold coins, and puts it on the table in front of her. And she's like, "Boy, y'all made my day. I knew it. Listen, I knew something like this was gonna happen. We got yourselves a modified keyholder." So, it'll take the 5 of you, no problem. It's got a sail. It's got a nice till in the back, and a couple of oars. And you know what? I'm gonna send a couple of guards with you, and they're gonna row you to wherever it is you want to get rowed to. Since we all kind of know where it was going.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
It's gonna come with us too.
Have you been talking with him or keeping tabs on what he's been doing? Have you talked to him about going to do this?
I think he already agreed to go with it.
He said he's willing to do so. I just don't know if you've been keeping him up to date with what plans were.
I forgot he existed.
That's a good question.
That's fair.
Yeah, so the big thing is whether or
This
not
wasn't-
you've been keeping in touch with him enough so that he knows what the plans are.
I'm gonna say with this group we weren't that good.
No.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I feel like we can barely manage ourselves. I'm, you know,
I'm surprised
I'm just
all
playing
5 of
it
us
how
are
it
managed
is.
to get on a
feel
boat
like
together.
Yeah.
We could say that, yeah, we kept in touch with them. We didn't.
Okay. All right. No worries.
Wolverine didn't keep in touch with him, but he knows where
Maybe
he
he
is.
knows.
Okay.
Maybe he already knows. Maybe he's keeping tabs on us. Maybe we'll see him along the way or something. But
Okay. Sure.
If he's alive,
maybe we'll
Wolverine knows
rescue
where he
him
is.
in a cage that's
Okay.
over here at the lizard folk place too.
Who knows? All right. So
Otherwise, his face will be on Wolverine's belt. So
that makes perfect sense.
he's either with us or
So
or
is
with us.
the lizard face visible on your belt right now? Like, is that a?
Timmy has it.
Oh, thank
Timmy.
God.
Good.
Oh
Good,
God,
okay.
I just thought, yeah, you go walking into their home turf with one of their brethren's faces on your hip.
Look, just put a head on.
It'll be
and
fine.
walk in.
Totally
Would you like me to go
fine.
get it before we leave? Is it?
Yes, actually, please. That'd be great.
Wear it.
As
I
a
mean-
mask. Oh, I'm a lizard folk.
Never know. They'll think
Hello,
we're one of them.
Clarice.
Yeah.
One of us.
Perfect. All right. Oh my God. So,
I mean, but to be perfectly honest, weren't we just gonna fight our way into, then subsequently out of this whole mess anyway? Something MO, something or other.
well, I mean, you remember how many weapons they were purchasing, correct?
We were sent to speak to them and possibly bargain with the weapons that Wolverine's got. in
Yes,
his-
that was one of the
Yeah.
things that you were bringing up.
A fair bit of weapons,
Because
too.
during that conversation with the council, it was basically brought up that, you know, should we go ahead and bring the weapons with us? But they felt that was a bad idea because if they are using those weapons against Saltmarsh, then they didn't want them to be basically you giving them to them, you know, via your corpse.
Right. Yeah. We don't know their intent at this point, so I think that's the whole thing we need to find out.
Yeah.
And we have guards. That's exciting.
Yep. Two strapping young lads who
How strapping? Look, if he could ask about faces, I could ask about how strapping these young men
how
are.
strapping. I mean, they're in their late teens, early 20s, still fresh to, you know, being members of the guard. So you can see that they're definitely been trained well. They have strong forearms.
Ooh, okay.
You
Okay.
you can't.
Keep going.
Oh my God. Which is all the musculature that you can really make out, considering, you know, the rest of their body is armored.
What in the Harlequin novel is going on
And
right now?
yeah, well,
50 shades of guard over
yeah,
here.
50 D20s of gray or something. I don't know. All right, so
Can I use
I
heat
s-
metal to make that come off? Or is
oh
that-
my God,
I think that's a little frowned upon, but
I'm pretty sure they will not take nicely to you setting their skin on fire via heat metal. So,
Just asking.
but one of them does not have a tooth right in the front.
handle
It's
that.
just missing. He does not have a tooth right in front. Probably got knocked out.
They got up again.
And oddly enough, his name is Toof. Toof.
I
But he
prefer
doesn't
this
have a
seasoned
tooth.
anyway, so.
So,
Okay.
and the other one they just call Willie.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Go on.
Because he doesn't have one. No.
I really have to rethink the names that I give people because I forget how you all are. So
I apologize for
Vote
nothing.
Willie.
yeah, so we got Toof and Willie.
All right.
Those are our guards.
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
My
for a
confidence
second.
is at an all-time high right now.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. So yeah, you get led out to the. We haven't even got out of Saltmarsh yet, and everything's going crazy. You
really surprised?
No, I'm not at all.
Yeah.
It's herding cats, but the cats have free will somehow. All right. So
The cat died.
well,
Oh.
I thought you were the cat.
What's the state of Nate right now? Is Nate with tail?
so he's got a nub where his tail used to be. He looks no different than what he had before.
Still have cat eyes, though.
Yeah, I mean, you have the cat eyes, but you haven't grown ears or any other new cat-like features yet.
So, how much more, or until I just change races into a tabaxi?
So anyway,
Spoilers.
I would never do that.
That's a good idea. So I
Yeah,
But-
write it down.
Oh,
I would never do that, but I'm taking a note. How about that? Okay. So you get in the boat. She leads you out to and they literally had this boat waiting on you. It's not a giant boat. This thing is not a sailing ship. This is definitely a boat that is specifically kind of designed to be near the shore type deal. It's wide enough that the five of you can easily fit in it. There's plenty of room to store any kind of extra gear that you may want to bring along with you. Whatever that happens to be, whether you want to bring food or whatnot. The guards did bring a day's worth, or 2 days worth of food for themselves that's already been stored.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to all that jerky that was on that ship we had? Is that gone?
You don't know what happened. You haven't heard anything about the stuff that was on that ship.
Got it.
Other than the fact that you got a bonus.
for me.
Well, yeah. But you did get a bonus because of that stuff that you did recover. So apparently they recovered it. What they're doing with it, you're not entirely sure.
I mean, we didn't have any food last time, and it didn't really dox us. So like,
well, we're also wandering into the woods at this point, a little bit further away.
Yeah.
So,
Do snakes like to eat, like, mice? Can we just get a bunch of mice on the boat and hand them out to the lizard folk as an offering of peace?
Are you sure in your delicate situation that having mice around is such a great idea?
It's a very strange suggestion. That's
I don't know what
Conscious.
lizards eat. Like, crickets?
Is it-
Like,
would it be
bunch
for
of
the
crickets?
lizards or would it be for you?
yes?
I mean,
subconsciously, he chose mice. Yeah.
I don't know,
yeah.
like, snakes eat mice, don't they?
lots
Never had a
things eat
pet
mice.
snake.
But they're lizards, not snakes.
I think these lizards will eat just about anything.
Like,
So,
Yeah, I want to bring some food for us.
Okay.
And I don't want it on my body because I'm not encumbered. So I really don't want to carry it. So I want to store it on the boat.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, what are you talking about? Hardtack or...
Yeah, like jerky and
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Snack packs.
A little pudding. Or, the normal stuff you
more
take
that
with you on
coffee.
a school trip. Yeah. Thermos full of coffee.
If we all drink it, we can turn it into a speedboat.
Yeah, so no worries. Yeah, so hold on. I forgot how much so a day's worth of rations are all of 5 silver, so I don't know how much you want to buy, but a gold will buy you 2 days worth of rations.
Per all of 5 of us, or just me?
Just one person. So 1 gold is 2 days for one person. 5 silver.
5 gold.
Yeah. So 5 gold for everybody for 2 days worth of food.
All right, I'll dish it out.
Okay. Yep.
Unless
Hardtack,
nobody wants
nuts, jerky, dried fruit.
Should have something. Good call.
Yeah,
That would be a good
it's
idea.
fish jerky because Saltmarsh. So
Ooh.
Smoked fish.
yes.
Okie dokie.
All right. So with all the preparations completed and out of the way, you board the ship. Anchor is pulled up, and the 2 strapping young lads, their sweaty forearms glistening in the sun.
Great. Keep that going. I'm feeling it.
As they row themselves out of the harbor and the port and make their way around. Now they first swing around. It takes about an hour or so for them to swing around the jutting peninsula. But once they swing around, you can clearly see, off in the distance, over the flat water, the Hool marshes where, it goes from this like gently rolling hillside that you can start seeing mangroves and all those kinds of trees out there.
Getting seasick. I don't vomit quite yet.
So after about 3 hours, you find yourselves getting close to your destination. It is as you're starting to get close, you can see that it looks like there are a few trails that seem to have been either created by many feet trotting upon it, or just naturally formed over time. But you see like a really obvious place that you could easily pull the boat right up to, and take it from there on foot. That's the words I was trying to say. But it's entirely up to you. Like I said, there's just you see an opening that would be a good spot. Do y'all still have the map? You should still have the map of...
I picked the map in the river. I didn't.
There we go. Unidentified map/image. Yeah.
Saltmarsh.
Oh, there's another map, or Saltmarsh 1 mile map?
No, so the Saltmarsh 1 mile map is the one, but y'all found a map.
Oh yeah, what was that called?
Unidentified map/image is what it tells me.
Should just be... I thought I gave it to y'all, but I guess... Oh, that because I'm looking in the wrong stupid thing. Yep.
It's like black and white with some...
Yes. There it is. Yes, that's right. That is correct. Yeah, so as you kind of... Based on that map, that's how you really know how close you really are. So you're still a ways out, and you do have a place that's right next to the river that you could essentially pull your boat up to no problem. You definitely see there's a place for you to do that.
I say we should take advantage of that and at least try protect the boat.
And yeah, at least suss out what this area is and the footprints or whatever we're seeing, the traffic that's been here. There's a reason.
Okay.
True.
So yeah,
Getting off a boat.
so after, the whole trip took about 3.5 hours for you to get to here. Once you completed your trip, you were very easily, the two guards were able to row the boat all the way up and partially beach it so it, doesn't go away. They also drop anchor so it doesn't float away. They help you offload whatever gear that you were taking with you, and they will stay there for 2 days. And if you're not back in 2 days, they will leave. They will assume you're dead, and they will leave.
A good assumption, really.
James?
Because that's all the food they brought too. They're not going to starve to death. But they'll keep an eye out. They'll protect the boat. So if anybody attacks the ship, they're going to do their utmost to keep the boat out of harm's way and whatnot. So they're going to watch the stuff back at camp, essentially.
Can I barter my portion of food so they stay for 3 days?
Give me you're just going to barter food?
I'm just going to give them my portion, snack off somebody else. I'm a mooch. What do you want?
Wait. Figuratively or literally? You're not trying to eat people, are you?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, hold on, because I have like 15 maps open right now.
So many maps.
Okay, persuasion is skills. Skills.
Yep.
Persuasion. And
Elemental P.
go.
All right, a 23. Well, with a little pressure of your wily bardic ways, you kind of convinced
what we're calling
them.
it, but
Yeah, you've convinced them that they will give you 3 days. They'll give you an extra day, but they will leave first thing in the morning.
Excellent.
They're not sticking around that third day.
Cool.
All right.
That's I saw you back there. You're really good with a willy.
Oh,
Thanks. I worked Willie the best that I could, and Toof, he was just flawless.
Toof.
Very easy.
Sorry.
Toof. Toof and Willie. All right. So you've offloaded the stuff that you're taking with you, shouldered your packs if you're taking packs and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, right before you actually see a trail that kind of moves off into the swamp, into the marshes. And it's slightly windy, but it seems like it's just a well-traveled path. Either the animals or creatures or just someone who's just been here before has kind of, over time, this path has just kind of been created. Probably the easiest and safest way through the marshes at this point.
So not the ... up top, but like the ... in the middle, yeah?
The ... up top. So it's
okay.
on the east side, so it's heading west. You're on the north side of the river right now.
East side.
Okay.
Okay.
And as we get going, I light my little incense swing in my jig, and I've got incense going.
Oh, your sensor?
Praying. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm praying as we go, just maybe in a smoky mess and whatnot.
All right. The scent of your incense is slightly off-putting, considering the smell of swamp gas and swamp. So it's an interesting combination of nose flavors for you to enjoy.
Good.
That is now part of my vernacular.
So there's quite a few of those. An interesting combination of nose flavors, and it's like the whole place is just, you can tell this whole place is teeming with life. You're hearing crickets, you're hearing cicadas, you're just hearing all sorts of bugs, the occasional bullfrog or just large frog. Who knows what kind of frog it actually is. It's very froggy.
Jeremiah.
Yes. It was indeed.
So following us on this journey along the shoreline was my fine familiar raven, Mordecai, just kind of scouting along the path.
All right.
Just kind of know that he's kind of followed us in, found that location where we stopped at, and just I kind of wanted to have him just scout around and see if he sees anything in this area.
A literal bird's eye view of
just
what's going on.
Swoop around, see if he sees anything.
Yeah, so I mean, there are lots of animals in the pools, various lizards, not lizard folk, but just various lizards, and just lots of insects, lots of lizards, lots of just creaturing about all around. But nothing seems too much out of the ordinary at all.
Okay.
So are you going to continue down the trail, or how are you proceeding?
I continue down the trail. It's there for a reason. Something's using it.
Okay.
Hey, Wilvane, you're awful quiet. Just curious, what are your opinions on this?
I think
away for a second.
I think
he
Wilvane
stepped away? Well,
had to
then,
do
my bad.
other things right now.
Okay.
No, I'm here.
He's all for it. He's all for it. There he is.
The loudest one is suddenly quiet. We should all be worried. Yeah.
He's adding to the bouquet of the swamp.
All right.
Wilvane's done a lot of reading about what we're about to face, and he's just staying in the back because you're all heading in.
Well, that's actually my next question. What is our order of how are we doing this? What is our order of movement here?
I'll take the front just for the sheer sake of being armored.
All right.
I'll as we start march, I'll head behind him, but I'll have my I'll throw my hood up on my cloak.
So you're just gonna be like right behind him?
Or just kind of off to the side, just kind of like skirting the side of him.
Okay.
Skirt.
And you said, Wilvane, you're going to be in the back.
I'll be in front of Wilvane.
You're going to be almost at the back. All right, and then Nate, where are you be? Where are you going to be? Holy cow, that was a weird sentence.
I want to be towards the back as much as possible, but I guess I'll take middle for walking in a straight line.
I mean, I'm just saying it like
wide the path is.
Marching orders kind of thing.
Just your general locations to each other, just so if something does kick off, I know kind of where you're starting at.
Actually, middle seems the safest now that I think about it. I'll take middle.
All right. Cool.
So this is a
things
neat
like to come
sandwich.
out from behind us.
Gotcha. All right. Perfect. Easy enough. And then you're up front. Perfect. We got exactly what we want. Beautiful. Now, the first part of your journey through the swamp is pretty uneventful. It's really easy to pick out the trail. As I said, it's probably been used by creatures and people forever because of just how well worn this particular area is, so it's very easy to follow. And eventually, after some time, you get to the river itself, and you can see that the area in which this is crossing the river is very shallow. There is an island essentially in the middle of it. So you have a spot in the middle where it's dry again, and then another narrow part or thin part of the river in which that you can also ford across without having to worry about currents or how deep it is.
Okay.
I'll end up using my mace as a walking stick across this thing, just extra support, leery of water kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everybody else?
Is the water like clear, or is it a muddy?
It's so you're close to the delta, so the water is pretty churned up at this point. You can tell that it's not deep just because of the way it's rippling over rocks and things that you can see sticking kind of out of the water, so you can see it. It's definitely rougher in that area, so you can tell that it's definitely a good place to ford across it.
I'm just gonna follow.
Okay.
Follow everybody else.
Please trudge
All right.
forward.
So no problem. As you're able to cross it, the water never gets deeper than mid calf, which would be probably mid thigh for you, Wilvane. And you have no problems crossing it. Both sides were, while the river itself it wasn't fast enough to really throw you off balance or anything like that. So you had zero issues crossing over it. And now you end up at the other side. And as you get to the other side, you can really start to make out this large hill that is in the southern distance.
That seems like a good direction to head off to. Good place to put a fort or a village. Let's see, we head that direction.
So you're gonna go straight towards it? Or are you gonna stay on the trail?
Just keep on following the path.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow the path.
Okay.
But try to be aware of the surroundings as we go. We might run into somebody or something.
Sure, everybody give me a perception check.
No, I don't.
I think everyone's like, oh. Oh no.
Great.
All
Oh,
the
this is
dice.
going great.
All the dice.
Oh wait, hold on.
Why did Wilvane have
Do I get
disadvantage?
advantage?
Because I'm watching Nate's tail. It's...
Okay. All right. What a sentence that was.
What is this noise right now?
Nate be
Holy
looking
crap.
thick.
Oh no. All right.
Okay. I get advantage on perception checks, so I'm gonna roll that again, right?
Okay.
Because of the cloak that I have.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot.
that doesn't help.
And nope. didn't help at all. All right. Cool. So we got profession. We all have perception checks. Good to go.
We gonna die.
So after a bit of time, you actually come to a spot where it looks like it splits into two different directions.
Looks like it's
Now-
into two different directions.
Yes.
Very perceptive of you.
Yes, exactly. And you can now from where you are, you can actually see a large cave opening to which it looks like the path leading off to the right side is going towards.
Ooh.
The other path kind of disappears somewhere and turns kind of out of your sight, so it's you're not sure where it goes from there. But that one's going more eastward, back towards the shoreline. And so the left side is more towards the shoreline, and the right side looks to be going towards a large cave.
I
There's a
like
lo-
the
there's a-
shoreline one because we
large
can get
opening.
on a boat. if we need to escape.
Mountain.
It's more of a really big. It's a really big
mountains
hill.
around.
It's not really a mountain. It's a very big hill.
Well, there's a cave into that molehill. I need to be in it.
That's
Needs
okay.
Dwarf gonna do what a dwarf gonna do. I need to go mining in that son of a bitch.
All right.
Probably loot in there and treasure and shinies.
All right. So you're just gonna start. You're gonna head right for the front, or not front, to the cave, to the left. That's the word that I'm trying to say. Left,
Dwarves
right side.
Gotta go. Us dwarves, right? Us dwarves gotta go check that out.
Yes. Us dwarves. Us dwarves. Yes. Okay.
All right, have fun. We here.
Well, you're not coming, Nate. I mean,
I
you
have
got a
to.
problem with the cave?
It's spooky
Well,
in there.
You
I
don't
mean,
have
to be fair,
but-
you're a little bit away from it, so you don't know if it's spooky in there or not. It's really just a hole in the side of this hill.
Man, that sounds spooky to me.
All right.
If you haven't realized, it's kind of a coward.
Well, I mean, I think we've all figured that one out by now.
I
Especially.
know it's split up, but I think it's smarter to stay by the sea for
Yeah, I'm
leaving
not-
purposes.
splitting.
Mr.
Madam,
Raven
I
flying in the sky. Do you see any
talked me
towns,
onto a-
or is it only the cave around here that may
Maybe
have life?
we explore around this cave first to know what's going on here before we enter it.
I never said about going into it. I'm just innately drawn to holes in
Okay, all right.
earth sides, you know? Just if you guys want to go around, I'm gonna complain even louder and probably get us caught by something in the trees. Just
So what's y'all's plan? What are you doing?
So it's 2 paths or 3. I feel like we had like
Two.
to
It
So
splits.
towards
It's
shore
a fork. So one's heading back towards the shore, and the other one is looks like it's nearly a beeline straight for that cave in the side of the hill.
I think it might be good to suss out the shore before we head to this cave.
I agree.
That might prove useful.
I guess. Fuck.
Okay.
Nate,
Works for me.
well then.
Nate's just gonna stay. He's gonna stay where everybody else goes. He's gonna go.
Hi, well then.
What's
Mel will
wrong?
loudly
What's wrong?
Mel will loudly grumble. Fight.
Would you like to go
Based
to
on
the
the
shore?
map, it also
Yeah.
looks like this will go into another cave.
Do we have like maybe a juice box farm or something?
What's the smartest way? And let's not do that. That's usually what we do.
I'm with
So
him.
split the party. Mel
Probably for
goes
the
into
best.
that cave alone,
yeah.
and everybody else
Let-
doesn't.
Let's send the casters north. Me and the rogue will go south, and
Did the cleric just say the casters go north, but I'm gonna go south? I just
Yeah.
wanna. All right. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
we're all casters. I know. Just so we're clear, I figure I'm in armor. I'm a glorified fighter with self healing. Okay.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
We can do rock, paper, scissors.
No, we'll go your way because
It's not my way. I'm trying to get a group decision.
I'll put it to you like this: whenever I'm left to my decisions, I get myself murder faced. So if you want to go north, let's go north because I
You
want to
mean
go
east?
south.
Or you
Let's
want to
go your way.
Okay.
Let's go your way. You choose your direction because I'm bad at decision making.
Either way, it's a cave.
We'll
One's
be
just a
going all the
closer cave.
ways, I'm sure, before this is done.
All right.
Yeah.
So, after some time of moving up towards the
Just a lot of arguing.
eastern side, yeah, with a lot of just arguing, The trail starts to become a lot more difficult to follow, where things that look like it is part of the trail isn't anymore. Some parts start to dead end into stagnant water, and it just becomes a lot more difficult to figure out where you're going. Do you want to continue?
I'm gonna get us all killed.
No, not at all. The water's getting.
I mean, you may be able to figure it out. But
I will put you like this. I'm agreeing with Captain's previous assessment. This group is questionable at best in such a regard. I say we double back, take that other route, because I would rather be more sure-footed. That's my 2 cents, and that's where I think I'm going to stand on this one.
what was that nature roll for?
Anything in like the trees or something? I guess not necessarily the trees, but things above the path that are signs of, travel, like people rubbing up against trees or markings on trees or whatever's actually around in the swamp.
Give me a survival check.
I can do one of those too.
I love the dice effect, by the way.
Yeah.
That's really
Okay,
cool.
yeah. So after looking around for a little bit, you were definitely able to see that, so this part of the path doesn't seem to be as traveled as the other parts of the path were that you were walking along. However, after kind of stepping back and looking at it from a slightly different angle, you can see how to proceed forward and staying on the path.
Yeah, Nate's too stubborn to go back.
Does Nate's stub wiggle when he's looking at stuff?
Is that what your perception check
I was about to ask, is that why you rolled that perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there doesn't really seem to be a rhyme or reason on when his nub moves. What a sentence. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason on when his nub moves. It seems like he's not even fully aware that he's moving it.
So I can't tell if he's scared or excited. Okay.
No.
You can certainly tell I'm excited if there's
No.
Does it grow?
No.
Not much, but
Neither a shower or a grower.
Okay.
You can ask Willie when we get back, though.
I mean, remember, you amputated his tail.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
just
that's
asking
right.
if the nub grows back, if it's any changes in nubness.
No, the nub has
I
remained.
have a feeling you and be in my sleep and measure the nub.
Oh, wait. I refuse to take that appropriately. Damn it.
There is no appropriate.
No, there's really not. There's really not.
Nub without
no.
someone's consent is.
In all the wrong places.
Yes, looking for nubs.
Well, if Nate's continuing on the path, Wilvain is. So.
Okay. Are y'all gonna follow him?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. He just kept on going.
Oh,
And if Nate's going, then I'm gonna go because Nate seems to have a sense of direction, which means somebody knows what they're doing. And it's weirdly enough Nate.
I'll say what I found that there's different ways that we can tell that this path is actually traveled.
Yeah,
At least a wee bit.
a wee bit. Yeah, it's a little less obvious compared to the rest part of the trail. So eventually, after some time, it kind of just ends at a bunch of trees and brush growing, around and on the side of this giant hill.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of trees and brush.
Is it
Ooh,
like
let's
magic?
get in.
Like, is this a fake dead end? Or are we
my guess
climbing?
based on the map?
Yeah.
1 second here.
Briar patch.
Where is? It's usually right up front. That's fine. Whatever. It looks like
A mini mall.
it actually looks like after getting there, Nate, you, Seabold, Wilvane, all pick out. No, Nessa doesn't. Yeah, Nessa doesn't, and
Nessa's blind.
actually Nate doesn't either. Sorry, but Seabold, it doesn't really matter. So, a couple of you see it. So Seabold, Wilvane, and Mel, you all see a wooden door that is built into the hillside, behind all the brush. It's kind of just well hidden there.
Ooh.
And you can just tell that it's just shrubs and tall grasses that conceal this large, stout wooden door.
Mel immediately checks to see if the door has a lock on it or is latched tightly.
And how are you doing that?
Brazenly, stepping right up, just
The door is not locked. It opens right up, with no problems.
He doesn't open it fully. He just opens a little bit and tries to peer in just a little bit.
The door itself seems like it's pretty well maintained. There's no squeaking or anything like that as it's opened, and it swings silently open directly in front of you. And let's go swap over. Actually, let's see, what time is it? It's 7. We've only been doing it for an hour. But I think before we start digging deep into this whole thing, that we go ahead and take our break now before we get into the meat and potatoes of the adventure.
What's behind door number 1?
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take a break. Y'all go take a break yourselves. We'll be back in about 15-ish minutes. So yeah, about 5 till, and we'll see y'all then. Have a day you deserve. I don't know what that means. Have a break you deserve. How about that? There we go. We'll see you in a bit. Wow! Right when I switched. That was beautiful. Right when I switched to back.
Anyway.
Good job.
We hear it all anyway.
That was awesome. Well, it was perfect. Like, it sounded like that's my transition noise now. It's just a large belch.
Well,
Not a bad idea.
now we're drunk, so.
All right, so I'm gonna do this real quick. Give it the thing. Hold on. I'm trying to start it up.
Good
It's
thing?
just not happening.
Give it a good thing.
Sharing. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh. And we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Oh boy.
when we left off before the break, you had found this door kind of lodged in this little area back in the back, and you're standing right in front of it. You did open it. You said you opened it, but you said you just opened a little bit, so not enough to be able to see in there yet.
So yeah, at this point, with the door slightly ajar, I kind of just half-cocked leaning back. So there's a door here, and I want to go through it. And he just squirrels kind of over it and like slowly looking back. Just, is anyone gonna stop me? Is anyone gonna stop me? Without saying anything, just slowly reaches for it.
Can I see the door? You said I couldn't see the door. Can I see the door?
Well, I mean, they could point it out to you. You see it now.
Oh, okay.
You just didn't see it previously because of behind the bushes and all that stuff. You didn't see it through there.
Got it.
And Mel's playing the group's toddler at this point. Just, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch the butt.
So are you opening the door? Then open it.
Yeah. He swings it wide open. Just not quite kicking it in, but with similar kind of energy. Just.
What? I heard is. I think Pingus just froze up for a second.
Did.
Right.
But is this place really called Unknown, or is it like not just loading unknown map / image all the way for me?
It helps if I type unknown all the way out and hit enter. That helps. All right.
I like it being unknown, but sure.
Sure. All right, so
That's a fancy little title for it. No.
So yeah, you're just moving in a little bit. What are the rest of y'all doing? Are you all following or
into the unknown?
Now in front of you, you see a little bit of just a slight amount of light kind of coming through to the west side of the or north side. Yeah, north side. There's an opening there, and from here, what the crap? Oh, hold on. Let me do this before I forget. Yeah, so everyone's moving in. Got it. All right, yeah. So you get the one to the north side. You can hear some just idle chatter coming from that. It's a hissing kind of dialect that Mel, what languages do you speak?
Dwarven and Common. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really take anything else after that.
Okay, cool. That's fine with me. I just needed to check.
Dwarven and Common.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can't make out what they're saying, but it's kind of a hissy dialect, if you will.
I do what I can to step back a little bit, just slowly, quietly, and whatnot, despite the rattling of the armor and all that. Hey, I found creatures. Just he's pointing and just being real small about his words and whatnot. There's something down there. What do I do? I can always just amble in there. Amble in there.
Does it look like there might be any kind of like traps or anything here, or is there any?
Are you looking for them? Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I feel like we shouldn't just be able to walk in here.
So as far as you can tell, it just looks like a normal hallway built into the side of this giant hill.
We should investigate what it is, Mel, right? We gotta get in there, huh?
Yeah. Yep. So, I'll go up to the edge there and kind of like peer around the corner a little.
Are you just walking up, or what are you doing?
Slowly but confidently, just walking up to it and like, not like straight into the doorway, but like half like leaning into it a little bit, just trying to get an eye around the corner kind of thing.
Okay, so you just kind of walked up with your big heavy armor. That's all I'm trying to figure out, whether or not you were trying to sneak up there or not.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not even trying to.
I like that the rogues in the back just kind of like, just.
Yeah, no,
thing.
I'm not even trying to hide the armor, really. I figured if I'm going to get hit, I'm the best one for it.
all right, no problem. So yeah, you doop-a-da-doop. So as you kind of go around that corner, you see kind of lying around. There we go. Oh, I doubled them. Hold on. Let me fix that business. We do not need that many lizard folk. So hold on. Let's get rid of all of those. Delete item. Yes. Okay. How many is there total? Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of go around the corner, there are a few lizard folks. Are you casting that?
Yeah, Wilvain's in the back rubbing his stone. He's been there a while.
All right.
Glad I never turned around.
And that lasts an hour. Got it. Yeah. Sure. No problem. They're not talking loud enough for you to hear where you're currently standing. However. How many?
Humna.
All right. Yeah, so in this room, from where you can currently see, is some lizard folk that are kind of just lounging around. There's some benches that you can kind of make out. You make out one lizard folk that seems to be kind of sitting off to the side there. And, excuse me. And looks to be talking to another one. But you're not quite sure. You can't see it. And again, it's got that hissing kind of... But it doesn't sound violent. At all.
And we're here on a peaceful mission, right?
Yeah. I have a stupid idea.
I like it. I don't even know what it is. Let's do it.
We come in pies.
Stupid idea on me. Am I able to take the form of a lizard folk?
You have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And they are humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you can't.
Okay. I'd like to take the form of a lizard folk.
Oh my god.
This is a great time to let everybody know that you're a changeling, by the way.
Right?
Yeah, so...
I do have my cloak up, and I'm kind of pointing away from the others.
Does it make any noises when you transform? Like, is it
maybe.
squishy? Like, is it... It seems like
a good question.
Wouldn't you get taller?
I wanted to make a noise like I wanted to go like bee whoop.
Oh, I love it.
How loud?
Yeah, suddenly there's a very odd sound that you all hear that sounds like Pac-Man eating a ghost. And
so I do that, and I want to move up here and say, "Hello, fellow you lizard folk."
How are you saying it? How are you saying that?
In common.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So as you turn the corner, you see a group of 5 of them, all just shooting the breeze. Well, I guess you can see 4, but they were just kind of shooting the breeze, and then you kind of took around the corner, and then in common. Hello, fellow kids. Hello, fellow lizard folk.
100%.
And they all stop and just look at you. And what languages do you speak, Seabold?
Dwarven and thieves can't. And common.
In common, okay. Well, Vane, what do you speak?
I've got comprehend languages on.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Never mind. But what?
Draconic,
yeah. Okay.
No mission common.
All right. So because you know it, you know that they are speaking Draconic. You know that now that you're close enough in there, because what you hear from the other side is in perfect Draconic. Brother, I've never seen you before.
Tell him you're new here.
How do I say that? Say it in parcel tongue or whatever it's called.
Parcel tongue.
It's Draconic.
Oh, okay. Say it and I'll mimic it.
We'll attempt that.
Oh, that's right. You can mimic stuff, right? I believe.
Fulgrim, you look different. I just.
Yeah, when he, by the way, yeah, when he turns his head towards you and says, "What do I say?" He looks like a lizard person. He does not.
Why are you a lizard now?
And
Oh my god.
And you all noticed he got a little taller, but you didn't realize just how much taller he got because he's no longer dwarf height.
Also a shot caller.
Brother, to whom are you speaking? But you didn't hear that. You're just hearing hissing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start
Yell
faking
out.
I'm coughing, like I got something in my throat.
Oh god. What's happening?
Wolverine will step forward and introduce himself.
There you go.
Draconic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're just gonna say I'm Wilvane
Sure.
Saberly?
Hello?
I just got intruders,
No.
and they all.
Here with your lizard friend.
Whoa. It's okay.
You don't know what they said. Quit going. Oh no. I mean, well, I guess you're seeing them grab their weapons, but intruders, and
Lizard.
they all start grabbing their weapons and kind of getting them ready.
Well,
Why are you here?
we need to see.
And are you just standing there, by the way? You're just standing there?
Yes.
Okay.
Take us to your leader.
This is insane.
This
Is
is going great, by the way.
the queen
Come in.
expecting you?
We have gifts.
Gifts, you say, for the queen?
Wolverine will pop out a spear from the bundle. Just pull it out of his pocket. It's like 6 foot long, but he.
Yeah, so you pull out that 6 foot. So
Magically shows up.
when you
Or did
pull
they just
this
say we have them.
this large spear out of your pocket, they all jump up and brandish their weapons towards you.
They throw it on the ground. Gifts.
Gifts.
Yes. Take it.
If you are here for the queen, then we shall take you to queen.
Sounds good.
And he reaches down and picks up the weapon. Metal weapon. Very nice. For me?
So there's plenty more. Just, we're not intruders. Friends.
Still think intruders, but maybe friends.
The council actually gave us the weapons.
He never gave them. Yeah, he still
said
had
he
them.
could take them all.
Yeah.
Thought that they were like, that's a terrible idea. We should.
Well, they did say it was a terrible idea, but you know, Wilvain did what he wanted to anyway.
Oh, that
I
sounds
mean-
like us.
The council sent us to this place knowing that we're
I mean, if we all,
smart in our own way.
if we all die, we're not going to know that part of the story anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. I like you and Wilvain's plan anyway. Let's carry on. Great.
All right.
Great.
Mulvaney's sweating, by the way. He's
So is Theobald. Like, okay, now what? I can't speak lizard, and I'm a lizard, and
Yeah. Does anyone else speak Draconic?
No.
No.
Those are
So
going to be
nobody
fun.
else knows about anything that's going on other than Wilvain is speaking in a hissing kind of tone, and the guy is replying, and he pulls out a giant spear and says something in hissing mouth tell, and then throws it on the ground, and it seems like they're less likely to. They don't seem like they're ready to just rip you limb from limb, but they don't look like they're trusting of you either.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm still not over the whole Seabold turning into a lizard thing. Yeah, that's
Same
all
here,
I've
like-
seen so far. So I'm still not over that, despite the fact that there are, I assume, people around the corner that they're talking to. I can't see that.
And in this time that Wolvain is talking to the lizards, I simply turn to Sealbold. Did you ever tell the rest of these guys the little thing?
he
Or
turned
is
into a
this-
cat. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, I'm acting like I can't talk about it.
Okay. If that's how we're playing the story room, okay.
Turned into a cat. Why am I the problem here?
You were
So
the problem.
he turns around.
Wolverine will.
Okay, go ahead.
Wolverine will ask his name. What's your name, lizard? man?
Hick-tock.
TikTok.
Hick-tock.
Right?
Try again.
Okay.
Hick.
Hick-tock.
I'll call you Anders. If that's okay. There are 5 of us in total. I don't want you to be surprised.
Show yourselves.
Very well. Wolverine will shout for everybody to come in. So, come in, everybody. It's quite safe. Just try not to talk, especially you, Forgrim.
And you still straight look like a lizard folk at this time.
I think, yeah, I don't know what I do at this point. So yes.
What is wrong with the other scaly skin?
He's not from around here.
Very strange one. He not speak mother tongue-lage.
He's from a land very far away.
Hector, go get 2 more from barracks. And the guy closest to the back there heads towards this back area, opens the door, and you can hear him kind of motioning for for a little bit, and a couple of folks also come out of the... Whoops, I'm turning off the wrong ones. Need to turn on the other ones. So a couple of more lizard folk come through the door.
Hello?
They're wary, looking at you standing in the middle of the room and looking at this group of people in the back. But
Warm
Hector,
outside today, isn't it? That's
they're just looking at you like, and they're looking at Hektok particularly long. It's like, escort these pink skins to the queen, and do not talk to their scare-skinned friend. He is strange.
We're all a bit strange. No need to insult the guy.
Of course, he has no idea it's happening. They're all just
You're
speaking
sticking up for me, but you're like, I don't know what just happened with this guy.
Wolverine will beckon for everyone to follow.
Okay, so what has basically going to transpire here is you are flanked on all sides. You've got 3 in the front of you and 3 behind you as your group makes your way through some twisting tunnels and ways. So you start essentially by coming, and what I'm gonna do is do it like this. I'm gonna pull one of you the route that you took, right? So you can kind of just get a little bit of a layout here. And as you make your way down, there's a couple of like passages that go off. There's a couple of closed doors that you can make out as you make your way down. You then take a big... Wait, did I go too far?
Yes. We can't see it.
Okay, that's that door. No, I didn't go too far. All right, cool.
This totally
if you
checks
click
out
on
for
my
Wolverine.
icon. If you click
Sorry.
on my icon, it'll
Yeah,
show me
I'm
those
moving. I'm moving. Wilvane. Now, unfortunately for you, Nessa, quite a bit of this is dark. You are unable to see most of the pathway that has been taken. So what you are gonna say?
Just happened.
That's light on you, so now you're glowing.
On her?
Yes.
You know that blinds people, right? Like, but she made her save anyway, so I just, so you're dazzled for a little bit, so you actually have the light spell on you. Can you apply that to her since you cast it on her? Will it allow you to do that?
Let's find out. Be able to.
Just as an FYI, Mel's going to do the best he can to keep in mind where he's at, how from which he came.
Okay.
Just in case we all gotta get out of here in a hurry. Something.
Okay, so I'll apply it then. No problem. Where's my light? Where are you at? Light. They had a bunch of stuff that they added, and I don't remember where they put it. Where'd it go? I hate that.
So
that didn't show up.
Place you left it.
Well, it's always the last place you look, which makes perfect sense. There you go.
See?
There you
Told
go.
you.
You did it.
See?
I knew he knew how to do it.
See?
All right.
Get it.
So I'm just moving you through as well. Nate, moving you. Whoa.
Yeah.
Why are you the way you are?
Why are you?
Why are you this way? I like the fact that it just does all the things. And then finally, Wilvane goes around this way, and you all end up essentially in front of these 2 great big double doors. Now, as I said, a lot of the doors that you saw as you were walking through this area were closed. The lights pretty much are non-existent.
Except for
through
Nessa.
the majority. What's that?
Except for
me.
Nessa.
Yeah, except for Nessa. But the majority of the light there's not much light in the hallways. And again, you are these fucking guys aren't moving the way I want them to.
Fucking guys.
Fucking A.
No, that's just Nessa. She's the bard.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh yes. Oh, wait.
All right, hold on.
Sorry, not
You's
sorry.
coming out, baby.
Did the guards come with us or something?
Yeah, there you had 3 in front and 3 in the back.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the
strapping
way I
young
like
lads.
it.
Oh my god.
Giggity.
This is the worst bard
Too
ever.
bad we left our Willie at the
The
boat.
worst
Yeah.
part. Come on now.
All right, so with that, what the heck?
Wrong quote, but I still like that quote.
I know.
Okay, yeah. So there's 3 in the front, 3 in the back that have been keeping you company and escorting you through. They reach these double doors, and they are essentially standing before it and waiting for you all to kind of gain forward. Tell your pink skin friends that they shall be in the presence of our queen. They will be on besting behaviors.
Should we roll initiative now or?
Nah, we're gonna be good. We got this. We got Wilbane at the helm.
What
He
could possibly
is
go
a
wrong?
wizard.
Who collects faces, including lizard faces.
So, all right.
All I
They
heard.
said don't do anything stupid.
Okay.
Have we ever done anything not stupid?
This is coming from Nate.
This
I
could be a
just want
first.
everyone to listen to that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just be
Mel will
ready.
just kind of shrug and shake his head. I can't promise anything, but it's a wonder I'm still alive to near 300. But okay, I'll try not to cause any trouble.
All
Just
right.
give a thumbs up.
So,
Or what do I have? Whatever I have for fingers. 3, 1.
yeah, no,
Is it
it's
the middle one up.
yeah. The middle one is now up. You did it. All right. So the first 3 walk into this very large lit room, and the rest of you follow. And one of the biggest things that you notice about this room, one, it's well lit. That's one thing.
So now
Is-
it's super well lit.
Yeah. Now you're lit on top of being lit.
Yeah.
And in this room, there's these large pillars that you all have kind of directly. There's the 6 large pillars in the room, all made of stone. They look to be like they were hewn out of the rock, and left there as they dug this chamber. They knew to leave these columns in place, either because for structural reasons or they did it for decoration. But for whatever reason, they have these very large, nice-looking pillars in the room. But on the walls is even more interesting. So on the west wall, there are a bunch of different animal heads.
Ooh. Some tapestries?
Well, no, actual heads, like
Mounted.
stuffed and mounted heads on the wall, trophies. And these, on the west side, you make out what looks to be like a crayfish, but like huge, like a giant sized crayfish, mounted on it. You see a couple of other things that you've never seen before. You see another creature that Wilvane that you've seen before that they call a hippopotamus. And there's also a hobgoblin and a Sahoigan as well. Shahoigan. And on the east wall, there is a large bear, a lion, a shark head, a giant frog head, and another shark head. They have 2 shark heads.
What's a Shohagan? Is that like another?
So, actually, give me a nature check.
Oh, nature's way. Oh, I can do that. But not very well.
That's a grand total of a 7. Okay. So what you do know is that they are a water creature. You know that they mostly live in the water, but they can come on land. So they are amphibious.
Oh, okay.
And that's all you really know about them, is that they are amphibious. And apparently their heads can come off.
Yeah. You know,
You can infer that.
Yeah. I put that together. I've seen faces come off, heads can come
Heads
off too.
can come off too. That is right. That is correct. So the rest of them also come in, and the other 3 basically stay by, or the other 2 stay by the door, and the other one walks off somewhere. The first 3, wait here. You shall be in the presence of Her Majesty shortly. Everybody else just hears. That's all you guys heard.
Queen to be.
So Mel ends up wandering up to one of these pillars and just examines it just to see.
Give me a history check. Give me a history check.
Oh.
We'll use your stone cunning here.
Ooh.
I like seeing other creatures as well.
So
Why
this
are we rolling like poop? Come on.
Because it doesn't matter.
it looks like whatever hands pulled open, put this pillar here, carved this pillar out, were skilled. You can definitely tell that they knew what they were doing. It's actually very smooth to the touch. And that could also possibly be because it seems like it's been here for a while, that it hasn't been newly constructed.
If any of you were wondering, he said, wait here and don't touch anything.
Oh, yeah, and then you also hear some interesting noises. And a couple of very small lizard folk are peeking around the sides of the throne that you see before you. They're poking their head out and they're giggling, and then they put their head back in. And they poke their head out.
Yeah, I'm with Nate on this one. I wave at him too. Just hi.
Give me a perception check, everybody.
Ooh, perceivage.
Wow, Nate was on it.
Keys, baby.
Those Garbo rolls today. Fuck.
Seeable, you catch out of the corner of your eye while the one little hatchling keeps sticking its head out and popping it back in while giggling. It seems that may have been a diversionary tactic, because you see another one kind of lurking in the shadows in order to get around from pillar to pillar without being seen, and keeps covering up its mouth, trying not to giggle as it's doing so.
Oh, they're practicing their skills. I love
We're
it.
about to get assassinated by
Which
children.
The kids.
So And also, while this is going on, just to kind of give you an idea of what this throne looks like as well, it is carved. It is an ornately carved throne with images of snakes, lizards, kind of all over it, different kinds of snakes. 20 translucent blue-green stones are inset on the eyes of these creatures.
Ooh.
So there's basically 10 different Sorry, 10 different creatures, 20 of these translucent stones that are in it, which dazzle, kind of like reflect the torchlight that's flickering around the room, and makes it, it makes it appear almost as if their eyes are glittering as they watch you from their wooden carved state.
Are their eyes glowing because I'm glowing?
I mean, so they're just reflecting light around the room.
Got it.
So after a little bit of time, you wait somewhat patiently, but eventually you are not pushed, but you are led to the side of the room to allow some new folks to come in. Now, you can definitely tell that one of them is for sure the queen. Essentially, there are just a whole lot of folks. But she, you're assuming, it's hard to tell gender for lizard folk. However, they are...
Is it the same as a parrot?
No.
Okay.
No. But she
We could look
walks...
that up, right?
I mean, if I wanted to, but I don't. I really don't. I really don't want to. All right, so
Pieces of eight.
yes. So she makes her way, and okay, let me put her where she goes. And good. She's also followed by a couple of other folks as well. Some of them look to be a bit more grizzled, I guess I would say, more warrior type than anything. And I don't want to do this way, but I'm gonna have to do it this way. And so give me a second. I gotta put all these people in here.
Who are the people in your neighborhood?
Boopity bop. Okay, you go here. So she leads herself up to the throne, obviously. Where's the button?
It's in the last place you left it.
the button? It's fine. She's showing up. Good.
Benjamin Button.
So the queen sits there. She is actually surrounded on two different sides by another some guards. Standing next to her is somewhat of someone who looks kind of important. They hold on, open that. They themselves look to be probably maybe their advisor, maybe something of that. And also there's two guards standing on either side, and a few of the rest of her entourage are kind of in other areas as well. So there's just a whole lot of more lizard folk in here. However, the first, couple of people are the ones that you really need to probably be paying attention to, I would say. And as she looks over the group of you, you're gently nudged forward by the lizard folk that are behind you.
I wave at the queen.
Okay.
You guys are getting awfully close to royalty.
I was like, wow, you went real close, Wilvane.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Hello?
Yeah.
nudge.
Little nudges, but a whole lot of getting right up in there. All right, so as you move forward, she looks at all of you and seems a bit curious more than angry. Like, she doesn't seem like she's mad. She seems she's looking at you more out of curiosity than with any kind of malice or anything like that.
And as Mel approaches, he does give a bow. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So you give a bow, everyone. You just said hello. Is that what you just said, Wilvane? You said it in Draconic?
Yes, but when I was in Ender's library, is there anything I read about etiquette on how to greet these lizard folk? Have they got?
So from what you were able to read, while it's royalty, it's not royalty in the normal sense that it's considered royalty in other kingdoms. It's a title of the highest ranked female in the clan, who by default basically is the leader. It is generally passed down from mother to daughter, so it does follow a line of succession, but it's not a...
It's not formal.
There's no formal way to address them or anything like that.
All right. Hello. Interesting.
All right. She looks at you, and in very good common, I am told that you can speak the mother tongue.
Well, that makes things easier. He'll say in Draconic. I was afraid I'd have to talk myself this whole time.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
She smirks,
yeah,
but all of you hear that.
Okay.
I am also told that you bring weapons, but not for war.
We do bring gifts. If I may, and Wolverine will reach into his pocket.
So when you reach into your pocket, you can visibly see the guards tense up in the room.
I'll pull out a couple more sticks.
Okay. The spears?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
laying
as
them on the floor.
you pull out these iron spears and toss them down to the floor, you hear some whispering from the guards, almost as if they've never seen someone who's only 2.5 feet tall pull a 6 foot long spear out of a pocket. I don't think they've seen that before. So that was kind of amazing to them. And she looks at them, and her eyes kind of widen. Were you on the pink skin sheep.
Oh, shit.
Who's asking?
Clearly she is, Wilvane. God.
Oh my god.
I
die.
am asking. You saw me use my mouth to say words.
I'm afraid of boats, so no, I wasn't.
He was definitely there. I was there too.
Oh my fucking god.
Son of a bitch.
So
This is how we found that you needed these weapons.
And you bring this to us. Why?
We want to know why you needed the weapons.
Oh, I forgot. I was distracted by the faces on the wall.
Ah, yes.
Very nice, by the way. Yes.
My trophies.
Yes. I collect them myself. I don't keep the insides. Just
The insides are removed and filled with stuffing.
If I could have a closer look after we finish it.
Perhaps.
It'd be great if you didn't remove our insides and fill them with stuffing.
And with that, she kind of smirks. The day is still young, and you have yet to prove yourselves.
And
No.
and with that, like,
Uh-oh.
I want to change.
She's
pull my
not gonna
head back
swallow,
and
she's
put
gonna
my
spit.
phone
Oh, what the?
into-
Okay, I need to make that not happen during.
Wait, what?
Right?
Are you
Hold on.
getting a
This is how you scare
Yeah,
people, dude.
no, I'm getting a rate up. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the shout out just
Yep.
just made a whole lot of noise. That
Let it happen. Let it flow through. Welcome in, Raider.
yeah, welcome in Raiders.
Wall.
Clip of that. You shouldn't put stuff in your mouth that tastes like that. Oh my god. Oh.
What the ever loving crap did I just? What the? I don't know what that was, and I'm afraid to know.
Oh my god, Vegas.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, where were we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, as she looks and says, "We were purchasing some iron weapons, and from what I was told by my envoys, a group of pigskins attacked and killed everyone on the ship, and then tried to steal the payments for the weapons. But yet here you are with weapons."
I clearly need to apologize for that one. I'm sorry.
I thought you worked on the
have-
ship.
Well, you clearly blew my cover on that one, little gnome. So I need to apologize to Her Majesty here. I'm a dwarf. I have what they call gold lust. I see shinies and I must have it. My apologies for what I had done on that boat. And I'll bow again, and I meant nothing to buy it.
All right,
My fault.
she leans forward and kind of squints her eyes at you. Yeah, but you bring them back to us.
You want to know what they were for?
I do not know if I can trust you.
We've already given you a few of them. You can have the rest if you tell us what they're for.
That is not how this works here.
I could make them all vanish.
She
Gonna get us
scowls.
killed. We should have somebody else do negotiation. How about the bard who has good charisma?
I mean, she is speaking common, so you all are definitely hearing everything that's being said.
Wolvane's speaking Draconic, so
Okay.
they can't hear what
Well,
he's saying.
okay. Well, you only hear half of the telephone call, and the half you're hearing, they sound kind of pissed.
What are you telling them? She sounds angry now.
You say that out loud? Why would you say
Yeah.
that?
Mel will step forward just up to Wilvain's back. Your Majesty, consider us just a concerned party. We found weapons on the ship and 3 of your kind on the boat. We're just worried that, from the dwarf perspective, I'm worried about the mine and my fellow dwarves. You're not just a threat to my dwarves. If you're not a threat to my mines, well, we're just trying to suss out if we can be in peace with your kind. That is all. When we found weapons and 3 of yours on the boat, all sorts of things were thought about. So we're just trying to remain friends with your kind, and I'm trying to be very not aggressive, very cool, calm, collect.
Okay.
I don't know.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yes.
Okay. Still, you are responsible for the death of one of my envoys. They did not
Yes.
return with the other 2. And you admit to this. Truth is a very important thing.
You can say the responsible party for that. You have my sincere apologies for that one.
I still have his
wouldn't
face if
attempt-
you want it. It's like a,
Oh my god.
I slap Wolvain in the back of the head. Silence!
Send it to Draconic, you can't understand it, just everybody
That's
roll initiative.
Seabold,
Yeah.
like, I pull back my hood and whoop, I changed to a changeling. Sorry for the deception. I'm just talking over them. I apologize for the deception. The pink skins do not like my kind either. I thought I took the form of a lizard folk to ease the tension coming here. I meant no ill harm by it. But we did make a mistake on the ship. We did not know the intention of the lizard folk with the weapons. We were sent there to stop this smuggling and find out what was going on with the weapons. And unfortunately, there was casualties there.
It is.
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
Program, you're not a dwarf?
He just now noticed.
I'm Seabold. We'll talk about that later. I don't think this is the time. Yeah, totally. I'm changeling form, white skinned.
Your purplish
white
hair, yeah.
with a slight purple tint to it. You know, My Chemical Romance eye makeup, smoky eyes, and just dapper look. You know,
I pat Seabold on the back. I accept you for who you are.
And for who you could be.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
strapping muscular forearms with
Dang right.
has all teeth.
All about the forearms. I got all my teeth and I got big ass forearms. I'm everything you could want. All right, so
This went sideways in a hurry. Excellent. Good job, everybody.
the queen looks at all of you. You are strangers in a strange situation.
they are
I
very
am-
strange. Yes.
As are you, little pink skin.
I'm sure.
I have decided you are wanting to be making friends, yes?
Yeah.
I don't want the friends I have. Have you seen this group?
I
Yes.
am
I want to make friends.
I am looking at them right now. Yes, I have seen them.
Oh. Very observant. I like you. It's
We're here to ensure there's no quarrel with the town of Saltmarsh.
Ah, I know of Saltmarsh. Is not too far away. Catch much fish, many boats. this is what I decide. I want you to introduce yourself to the peoples. My peoples. I want to know what they think of you. And if what they think is good, then perhaps we work together. However, if they believe you not to be good, well, let's just hope we're friends.
What kind of show? Like a USO tour show? I know you don't know what that would mean, but
Yeah.
I will send one of my warriors with you, so they will know that you are there with my blessing. No harm shall come to you, as long as you stay with your escorts.
This sounds like a very excellent plan. I appreciate for your graciousness. Your
Bearded one,
Thank you.
please stop talking. I am speaking.
I may stay here.
I am speaking
These.
to the white skin. You must teach me how you do this changing of the face. Is interesting to me.
It's from my people that I've lost long ago. I don't know that it's something I could teach. But there are some ways with magic you can achieve such things. So I've heard.
I see. Well, I have other things I must attend to. I would ask that you go and introduce yourself to the people. Get to know them. Let them get to know you. And if they think that you are trustworthy, then I will believe you are trustworthy. And we can speak about many, many things. Weapons, enemies, all of those things.
I look forward to it.
And with that, she kind of nods and she stands up, and her group of guards that she came with basically kind of stay with her as she leaves the room. Are you all getting out of her way, or are you just gonna stand in front of her?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, we'll just.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
All right.
Go to the
yeah.
side.
Yep. As you move to the side as she passes, and you catch a nod, kind of like, yeah, that was the right thing to do from Hektak that has been with you. And he, my queen, may I volunteer? Since I am the first that they met here of the people, perhaps they will trust me more than having someone assigned. If, of course, Her Majesty agrees. And she looks, and then also, he was speaking Draconic when he said this, so the only one that understood that is Wilvain. As you wish, she states, and nods to him, and he nods back. And then she exits the room, the doors close behind her with her retinue of people. And Tech Hawk kind of walks up to you and says, "It is midday, so we have time. I will allow you. You will show us where you wish to go. I make sure you not get attacked for doing the wrong thing. However, remember that you are guests of the Queen. And as guests of the Queen, we are duty sworn to take you out if you prove to be anything other than just and good. Is understood.
Didn't know you could speak common.
He wasn't.
Oh. I don't think they understand. You're going to have to speak common.
Common. And now he's speaking common. Common. Work. Tongue. Funny. Hard speak. But try.
Thanks, guy.
I guess I'll translate.
Do
I totally get you.
not do bad.
That's very
Only
common.
do good. Or we kill.
I
Perfect.
Is understand?
understood. Yes.
Yup.
Crystal clear
Affirmative.
common.
Okay. And with that, he kind of nods and he motions towards the double doors. And as he motions towards the double doors, kind of basically giving you your invitation to go and introduce yourself to the people. And I think this is a good place to stop.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Saw that
Of
coming.
course it is.
We're doomed. They're doomed.
Very.
It's a great place to stop here.
We're gonna screw up all the ways of their people.
I mean,
The
it's
most
always a
offensive
possibility.
things.
For what it's worth, I was not hitting on Seabold. I was just
No.
telling him.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that known.
It's fine.
I was being a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
got
was
it, got
being friendly for
it.
money.
That's
That's all it was. It was just being friendly for money. It was a good night. You made your way in. You were introduced yourself to the. Oh, holy cow! Introduce yourself. Are y'all hearing that?
No.
Yeah, what, the clicker?
The bats? It wa-
Uh,
Oh, I think my headphones are going out, y'all. Anyway,
oh no.
Pieces of hate.
Patience of eight. Patience of eight. Yeah, the volume keeps changing on my headphones for no reason.
Oh no.
She's a queen to be.
All right.
You
We're not going to worry about it.
understand what we're
I'll
saying.
troubleshoot that later. Yeah. So you met the queen. She has introduced, or she has come up with a decision to have you all look at what's going on in the world, and to meet the people and introduce yourself to the people. And she's going to wait for the people's opinion before she decides whether or not you are friend or foe.
Oh boy.
And now you got a buddy, and you're gonna go out and do the things. And
Spelled
yeah, that's where we're gonna
TBK.
end it. That's where we're gonna end it. So yeah. Good times. Y'all, I want to thank every one of you. We're gonna go ahead, as always. I'm gonna go start. Well, not as always. These are thank you to my wonderful players who had a good time. Right over there, that's Seabold, played by Captain E-Rock. Captain, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourselves?
Captain E-Rock, right there's a link in the chat. You should go follow it. Join me for variety content on no certain schedule right now, working things out. But when we do it, we do. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Check out his YouTube too.
Eh,
Yeah, I could take it or leave it. Whatever. Right below me is also another streamer. That is Nessa.
I'm not always below you, Alan, but when I am, it's a good time.
It's true. I can't lie it.
Now that's a cave against the good you.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. So
Anyway,
saying.
on the Rusty Panda, 2 A's. Check me out in the link below or over there. On Wednesdays, I do Wiki Wednesdays, courtesy of Tipsy Roo's old format. And so we go ahead and interview streamers and go through the Wikipedia rabbit hole. And then on Fridays, I do some music, singer-songwriter stuff, and then usually play a variety game of some sort. So you can also catch my content on YouTube, Rusty Panda with 2 A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's in Panda, not in like Rusty, because there's no A in Rusty.
Correct. So I heard.
That's what they tell me anyway. I don't put much stock in spelling or grammar or anything really. And then down below, that's Nate, played by I Am Pingus. He is one of my mods. He's always around, and he's a cat man, which is different than a scat man, I think. Boop, 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 beat up, bow. Then we got Mel, played by Null Hercules, over there underneath the Captain E-Rock. Are you doing stuff, or are you not doing stuff now?
I'm not doing stuff. I've been hanging out in Final Fantasy 14 more than anything, so just a gamer these days.
Just losing your life away in virtual nightclubs and stuff, huh?
Dude, I'm telling
Buddy
you,
Boys.
them cat girls,
those cat girls.
man.
Have you seen those cat girls? Nate has.
It's not just Bunny Boys, I'm telling you.
And then last but not least is Wilvain Saverly, played by the glorious Danabo, aka the real Danabo, aka Dan Abo. And put a pause in the middle. I don't know.
I prefer Zig.
Zig? Release all the Zigs. Someone set us up the bomb. He does stuff, but he doesn't like to talk about it, so we're just going to leave it right there.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Thank you again. Thank you to the players. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight and chilling out and watching us play D&D and act real fucking silly for about 3 hours. So with that, we're going to get out of here. Thank you again. My name is Alan the Yellow-Eyed. I am the High Priest of the Great Yellow Eyeball. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Remember, you only have one life to live. So does everyone else around you. Try to make their lives better than what it was when you got here. And out of the corner of my eye, I just see all of them moving and acting crazy.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
It's the worst, best thing that I've ever had to deal with. And, it's what it are. See y'all later.
The eye rests. It has shown you all it can for now. This is not a time for sorrow, but a time for joy. When one chapter ends, another must always begin. Ponder upon the lessons you have just witnessed, and heed its wisdom. Apply it to your lives.